What's going on, guys? Darby here with GenAI University. And in this video, I'm not going to be teaching. I'm going to be showing with a demonstration of what a complete delivery of our newest package in our MarketSauce series called the MarketSauce Launchpad, which, as you'll see right here, the additional layers of the MarketSauce Launchpad are part of the bonuses here. But after getting the feedback and response from Shelly and delivering this just a week ago, I realized that we needed to include those additional bonuses as part of a package. And so what you're going to see here is a part of our 3-tiered package as a service that we do for you for creating these MarketSauce buyer's briefs and blueprints and entire go-to-market strategies, starting with the MarketSauce Lite, which is going to give you the master buyer's blueprint, which again, all of this content right here, guys. And again, I'm going to try to keep this quick and straight to the point and show you exactly what you get when you order this. You can go to our buyer's brief book, which you can find on our website or link somewhere around this video, and buy the book and go through and read and get a lot more of an idea of what every single one of these sections is all about. And look at the recipe for creating your own MarketSauce 9000. This video is not going to go and teach the entire thing. I'm just going to show you what you can get with the easy button of simply paying us to do this for you, but also to see what is possible when you spend the time to do it yourself, which might take you a few hours, it might take you a few days, it might take you a few weeks, depending on how competent and comfortable you are with AI and running these workflows. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive in. So for Shelly, she placed an order for MarketSauce 9000 for her business, small business results. She took a few minutes to fill out an intake form that gave us the context that we needed about her business. And then in about 24 to 48 hours, we delivered this brief to Shelly. And safe to say her response was extremely positive. And now we're discussing an opportunity for how do we leverage the full Launchpad package inside of her consulting services, but also keep in mind, this is something you can use for your small business right now. You can use this for a value add for your clients, and you can use this to get that clarity that you really need to get the cash you crave from the customers and clients that you want to get in front of more. And how do you position yourself in front of those clients? Well, how you do that is with one of these blueprints to start. And so when you order, one of the things that you'll see at the top here that you won't see again till the very end is part of the Launchpad delivery. And so we don't do currently a SWOT analysis on the MarketSauce Lite or the MarketSauce 9000, but what we do is for of our services is deliver the buyer's blueprint based on your product or your service. So what you see here, starting with part 1, it's the master buyer's blueprint. Again, if you want to walk through each of these sections step by step, go to our buyer's brief book on our website. It might be on Amazon, depending on when you're watching this video, and check out that book. It'll also be complimentary if you order any one of these packages. So you can see every single section here, but how we start with identifying from the context that Shelly provided to understanding who are the top that we could focus in on, and picking just one that we create a master buyer's blueprint around. And what this is going to do is give us the geographic, demographic, and psychographic needs, wants, desires, pains, and behaviors as an overview that we'll start to go deeper into. Because once we've got that market focused in on and we're analyzing that market, now we can identify the primary goal of that specific market segment. And in this case, for small business results, targeting early stage entrepreneurs and business strategy, primary goal, to successfully launch a profitable and sustainable business. You could resonate with this if you've ever started a business or you've ever launched a product, something profitable. But now, once you have a goal of doing that, what are the complaints or the challenges and the problems that you face? And so you get to things like feeling lost in a sea of information, paralysis by analysis, fear of making costly mistakes. So all of these things are what go into making up the decisions that are driving our customers buying decisions, because they want to get away from the pain and get towards, the pleasure, right? And your marketing, your message can help with bridging that gap by addressing the problems that they have and that are top of mind and the symptoms of those problems. So identifying that straight away and then creating your content and your marketing around that is where you want to start to get the best results, and also the data back to know which of these pain points is actually the 80-20 of what is the positive feedback for this is actually working, right? So getting the data back after putting this into action and then continuing on is going to only improve and optimize the results over time. So you could run one of these briefs every I wouldn't say like every day necessarily, but at least once every 30 days, and at least once a quarter if you're going to run one of these briefs, because you're going to want this information to go and put it into action and then run and test it again. And that's why we wrote the entire book on this entire process, so that you could learn how to do it. But also we want to just give you the easy button, let us do it for you, because we've been doing this for years and our process and our system is super dialed in to add immediate value right back into your business. And so as we go on down here, we see the secondary goals, goal descriptors, positive feelings, and an even deeper dive into the dreams, the objections, the feelings, the ultimate fears, the promises, the causes, the mistaken beliefs, the enemy that's holding you back or that you're up against, the triggers of those causes. How do you define that cause, and what are the consequences of the cause? And in this case, it could be financial instability or burnout, or the things that are going to be consequences of not taking the action to help with getting that result and continue to experiencing those pains and the issues that this particular segment is experiencing. So what are the outcomes of those? What are some statistics that can back up the information? You want to fact check all of this information and make sure that you're verifying everything with the actual market and ensuring that, like, hey, like, it's no secret that, like, a lot of businesses fail, and a lot of businesses fail because they simply don't even know who they're really targeting with their marketing. And that's a huge value add for just this blueprint. And by the way, this is all included in the MarketSauce Lite edition at the best price that we could ever give it to you at, because this is where everything starts from. You can't create a strategic brief and a campaign until you know who you're talking to. I guess you could, but your message might be really unclear and you might be talking to the wrong people. So this helps you with clarify that messaging and that positioning. And so all the different ingredients here that are making up the decisions and the mentality of your customers and your clients, you can see that here at a snapshot and get an idea of where you need to be focusing your marketing and your messaging. And also, what are the alternatives that people are experiencing? And what are the benefits of your offer in related to those alternatives or their specific situation? And how are you framing your offer so that it makes more sense? You're not just consulting, you're unlocking the business's potential. It's not just mentorship, it's tailoring a path to your success. It's not a program, it's a transformation of your entrepreneurial journey. How are you positioning or repositioning and reframing your offer to make more sense, in opposed to depositioning yourself from something that might just be a commodity to something that they have to have and is an incredibly valuable way to look through in this part of the process. And then once we've done all that, now we want to list out what are the top offer targets we've been doing, early stage entrepreneurs. And now we're going into scaling businesses, solo entrepreneurs, local service providers, e-commerce startups. And you can see the list right here. Look, these are all different campaigns potentially that you can cater your video and your content and your marketing to. So getting an idea of, are you speaking to everyone? Are you missing the mark because you're just not even considering a certain segment? That's what this part is for. And now, once we've done that, now we're cutting off the MarketSauce Lite edition. That's what you get with our MarketSauce Lite. And then if you like the MarketSauce 9000, which is by far our most popular delivery service right now, and it's what you can get the entire recipe inside of the Buyer's Brief book, we go into the second part, which is the strategic and creative brief. So things like your promise, your problem, and the solution. How are you articulating this in such a clear way that your customers get it, but also your team and anybody that you're working with, contractors, employees, or potential business partners? Can you get everyone on the same page? Do you have a document where everything is laid out on one page like this? If not, this is for you. So as we go in even deeper, we're talking about the audience even more. And all of this is taking that main market, that master buyer's blueprint, and then we're segmenting them up. We're slicing and dicing this market to all the different segments. And we're going to be catering different messaging to each one of those segments. And so again, you can see all the outputs of this content right here. Early stage entrepreneurs, demographics, psychographics. We're going deep here, guys. And this is, again, if you were to go through and just run this entire recipe manually just for yourself, you certainly could do that with the information inside of the buyer's brief. It might take you a few hours and it might take you some time to even get up to speed with running AI. And I'm not saying that to deter you from doing it. And I would encourage everyone to go through that process and understand it at the very least. But quite frankly, I can literally do this faster for you without you spending all the additional time to doing it. And I say me, I'm talking about me and my team and our AI systems that we continue to develop and innovate on, because this is what we do. This is our business, and it's serving our customers with these MarketSauce buyers briefs that will get you that clarity that you need, again, to get in front of the best customers and, make sure your messaging is landing and you're positioned properly to capture the attention of those customers and then lead them to the point of conversion inside of your business. So you can work with them, you can amplify your impact, you can have a greater impact on all the great ideas that you've got even faster. We're not talking about taking days or weeks or months to get one of these things down. We're talking about a matter of hours, 24 to 48 hours with one of these orders in a business day right now, and you could have one of these done for you. And like all the storytelling frameworks that you see here, the different journeys that people are going on, the emotional stress, the social and economic barriers, the existing questions that they've got, all of these things are going up to making up what people are in their mind, the buying decisions. And so how are you incorporating that into your branding and your messaging? And how are you telling that story? And how are you leading the customers, the hero of your story, all the way through? And if every single business had one of these to start with any campaign, I promise you, everyone would be able to be a lot more clear about who exactly they were serving. I know when I was starting my first business and I was selling posture braces on Amazon, I really had no clue who my target audience was. I would make sales on Amazon and I was like, great, like some people have back problems and it's a lot of different folks. And we ended up testing out different niches, and you're talking about months of time. Of a lot of that time was just banging your head against a wall because I had no idea what I was like, how to articulate my message. I would spend hours and hours taking courses, and this is, a few years before AI was even on the radar for me. And I would never create this type of content. I would never have the level of information that I had here that could have completely changed the trajectory of that business. And that was just my first business. Whenever you talk about looking at the markets and the segments for your existing businesses or past campaigns that took maybe more time than you like when it would have been ideal, they didn't go the way that you wanted. Did you have the level of market research done for your specific audience that can give you these insights and help you with creating that plan? And once you know that the market you're talking to, how are you articulating your value proposition? What makes you unique? What's your secret sauce? What are the ways that you position that to your different segments of your market? And how do you support? How are you demonstrating it? Are you using demos, scientific evidence, testimonials, outside experts? How are you positioning your offer? Do you have tiers? Are you a low tier, mid tier, high risk? You might be doing some of these right now, but maybe there's other ways that you could open up of your offer to a wider audience or add even more value to your existing offer. What are some additional accessories that you can add in? Again, this is a lot of great content that you can brainstorm. You might have some of it already, or might not have ever thought about adding one of these in. Then how do you put this into action with campaigns? So we give you campaign ideas so you can hit the ground running. And also, would you even get started on any of these prompts? So you'll get that with the MarketSauce 9000, and that's what I'm in right now. The blueprint was just the Lite edition. We're right in the middle of the MarketSauce 9000. And then that leads us into our brand style guide. And so this is something that you want to take. You want to make sure that your fonts, your logos, everything is organized in one place, and we'll give you that framework and the template right here to do so. And then you can use that to give your graphic designers, any creative agency, internal team, make sure everyone's on brand and on point with the tone of voice, the messaging, and the brand voice identity and your core content. So is everything that we've talked about above aligned on your social media? So now that we've got all this, great. Now you need to update your LinkedIn, your YouTube, your Facebook. Well, you're in luck because we're helping you with that here too. And so like I'm trying to do everything I can on my end to help remove the barriers to getting your ideas out there and refining them and clarifying them. And that's where this content's coming into place. And so now, once you've got all of that aligned, now we're going to be creating micro content, stuff that's short, quick, and to the point, that will get you video scripts, quotes, tips, implementation ideas on all of that. But what are some quotes that you can say? How can you take this content right here, pass it off to your design team, your marketing agency, to take it and run with it and create content for the next 3 to 12 months. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that you can use here for any given campaign. And so I hope that you're seeing and it's getting kind of the ideas turning about what could be possible if you had a completed brief like this for yourself before you actually go and spend a ton of money on Facebook ads or hire a super expensive consulting agency that, I mean, I've never paid one of the giant, big, mega corporate consulting people a bunch of money for market research because, quite frankly, it was way out of my budget, especially as an entrepreneur, a small business owner. It just wasn't realistic. And then on the flip side, I've done my fair share of market research before without AI, and I know what people charge for in-depth market research, and I know what a lot of people will give for that, especially when we were doing Amazon consulting. And I can tell you, that I haven't ever seen anyone do anything this in depth ever. And this is the byproduct of years of working with the best of the best. John Benson, Lynch, Kelly Tenney is one of our coaches. These are some big names in terms of education and AI and marketing that have had great influence on the development of this brief. And then the brainstorming questions that we get here. So like, how are we asking ideas, questions, content, topic to make our thought leadership online, really putting out content that's relevant to what our customers are thinking? And are we addressing all of those questions specifically here? And so who are we talking to? And like the what, the where, the when, the why, and the how? Are we considering all these questions, or have you considered a number of these questions? Again, one insight and one aha moment going through this brief could quite literally pay for itself. And you're sure to get more than just one, but just, if you're putting this stuff into action inside of a marketing campaign that, I don't know, it's going to vary obviously depending on the business, depending on the person. But I mean, if you're going to go and spend and invest a ton of time, money, energy, resources, not just yourself, but also for your team, wouldn't it be great to have all of this before you do that and make sure that your plan is set with a really solid foundation from the start? But the MarketSauce 9000 really is the rocket. The buyer's blueprint is the fuel that fuels the rocket. But what about the foundation for our messaging as we actually go to market and get those leads? Well, now we're getting into the bonus section here. But now, because of the feedback that we got from Shelly and others in our community about the full-blown that I'm going to show the final bits of it right here. You've seen everything from the MarketSauce Lite with the Master Buyer's Blueprint, and then the MarketSauce 9000, which we just finished up here. And now I'm introducing to you the MarketSauce Launchpad, which is including these bonus you see here as a bonus, but it's including the full $100 million leads workflow that we developed inspired by Alex Hormozi's $100 million leads book. Great book to read alongside of what this is, but this is helping you getting that content out there literally like that, and having it so that you can refine it 80% of the way there. You can put the finishing touches in and go and start opening conversations, testing your idea, getting those referrals, getting that outreach, and following up with people, and having all this stuff at your disposal. So you're not just twiddling your thumbs. You're trying to figure out, how do I get ChatGPT to make the best prompt for this? When in reality, if you don't have your buyer's blueprint and you don't have the right frameworks to start out with anyways, you're going to get meh results, and often from a tool like ChatGPT or Claude or any number of these AIs, because they're great with frameworks. And if you teach them the right frameworks in the right context beforehand, you can get really good results. But the problem is, most people, from my experience in running Gen AI University, being Jasper's very first customer back 3+ years ago, a lot of people just don't even know where to start when it comes to using AI. And that, unfortunately, for what I've seen, holds a lot of businesses back from tapping into the full potential of AI and realizing that at this point, it's selfish of me to not be able to offer this to you and to businesses as a service, because I'm just going to level with you guys. I'm really fucking good at this specific workflow and this process. And we've been doing this literally thousands of times for the last few years in some way, shape, or form. And this is the type of stuff that I really enjoy doing. And the value is obvious if you are a business owner or entrepreneur that, or a professional marketer that is taking an idea and putting into action for a fraction of what you would pay a traditional marketing agency or a consulting firm to come in and do this for you. You can have it with a simple filling out an order form, 3 to 5 minutes. And then in 1 to 2 business days, you get one of these delivered right back to your inbox. This is what you get when you give us money for whichever selection on the menu you pick. Seems like a good deal to me. That's what I'm trying to make it, so that it's a no-brainer for somebody like you who's in business that doesn't want to spin more plates. It doesn't want to spend the hours of resources, and not just yourself, but your team, to conduct and put. You've got additional resources you can now use to amplify the content and the process that we've developed and delivered for you. And all of that to help with align with getting your market out to strategy and creating an investor pitch deck for an outline that can help you with articulating this in the form of a pitch deck, that you can take this outline, you can turn it into something that looks really clean, really sharp, using Canva, PowerPoint, whatever. But also, if you need our help with creating done for you like actual decks, place an order, reply, and let us know what else you're looking for in terms of content creation on these lines. But you can take this and hand it off to a lot of people on your team or agencies you work with and get things started right there, fill out additional information. All of this stuff is going to be part of our Launchpad service. We have an updated questionnaire for those that are going to be going through this service to get even more detailed information on our end before we run one of these reports. But again, now that we've got our investor deck, how are you going to say this in the form of a stadium pitch where if you could right now stand in front of an entire 100,000 person stadium of your ideal audience, would you be able to articulate the message as it relates to that audience? And could you do so in such a way that would make people pumped up and ready to buy from you? Well, that's what the stadium pitch is designed to do. We built this based on Chet Holmes' ultimate sales machine, where he talks about that same concept. Like once you've got, like, as a business owner, do you have your stadium pitch? Go look it up and buy and read that book, because that's a fantastic book for any business that's looking to grow their marketing and sales. But the stadium pitch was something that stood out immediately to me in a request from our community that would be a powerful addition to a workflow like this. And now we've got that included here with the Launchpad. So your stadium pitch was the format and the outline, and how can we take that and articulate that an audience, and how do we do all of that in such a way that you can order this and have it delivered to you in just a couple days, 75 plus pages, all the way down to the MarketSauce Lite master buyer's blueprint. It can come in around 15 to 20 pages of report. You can take that, you can upgrade to the MarketSauce 9000, which is our most popular order, which gives you the entire buyer's brief, which again, you can see the entire workflow. You can see the recipe and what we're filling out with the buyer's brief book. But ultimately, at the end of the day, we're creating this process and this offer in this service as a solution to the problem that we've seen time and time again at GenAI University, that business owners coming into AI a lot of times just don't know where to start. And it's not just some prompt pack that's going to help you get the results that you want out of it. And at the end of the day, a lot of business owners are doing a number of other things than wanting to spend and invest hours and hours every week into learning AI, refining the AI tools, adjusting when AI tools change, and, getting lost in like all the weeds of that thing. And yes, you need an AI at your community, a chief AI officer. But in this case, we're kind of your AI officer, a fractional AI officer for you, and helping you with this part of your marketing strategy. And then from here, who knows what's next? Who knows where you can take this from here? That's something that you can only answer and you can decide. And it would, be a great pleasure to be able to serve you along this process and help you with getting your ideas and those great ideas that you've got and turning them into a greater impact by giving you this buyer's brief that's going to deliver you action and impact, actionable impact, right into your business. You can apply it. I'm not going to do a bunch of extensive editing on this video, guys. This stuff, you can see how valuable it is. You should be able to understand where you can pull some information from here into your business. If you don't, reach out, let me know if you're interested, but you're just not quite sure where this would fit into your business. But also, again, we've got this entire process and workflow with dozens of recipes, examples, done like completed case studies of these with different niches inside of our buyer's brief book. So if you've read the book, if you like the book, if you want this right here, what I just created for you, then buy the book, that's fine, but I'll throw one in for free with any of your orders so that you can, go through it top to bottom. And at the end of the day, this is going to be that roadmap to help you with turning those ideas into action faster. Love to see you on the other side of our MarketSauce order menu. Go ahead and check the link around here or wherever you're watching this video at. If you're on the order page, that's great. If you're on our YouTube channel, make sure you're subscribed, but also click the link below in the comments. It's out, place an order, give it a shot, see what custom insights you'll discover with a custom MarketSauce order. You can get our Lite edition, you can get our 9000 edition, and you can get our Launchpad edition now as the full robust go-to-market workflow with everything that you've seen here and what's sure to be more sometime in the future. Go ahead and check it out, marketsauce.ai. marketsauce.ai will take you to the order menu, and you can place an order for which one makes the most sense for you. And if you have any other questions, make sure to reach out to us on our website, genaiuniversity.com. Fill out an order form with or a contact form or whatever just to get in touch with us. But at the end of the day, I'm an AI on, and I hope to see you on the other side. Cheers, y'all.